Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. It is day one of the first test match between India and England. It's going to be an exciting test series and we are all looking forward to it. Joining me for this conversation are Debashish and Athreyo from Ground Zero outside of the Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Hyderabad, along with G. Radharaman, Snehashish Mukherjee and Chakrabarti. I mean, first of all, Debashish, the match hasn't even started yet, and since yesterday, there's been an uproar on social media about the pitch and whether it will last 5 days or not. Debashish Natreo, you will be the most fitting to answer this question. Tell us about it.
Yeah, obviously, speaking about the wicket, obviously, it's going to come. There's no two ways about it. But whether it's going to come from day one, that's going to be seen. But speaking about the atmosphere at the start of the match, you could actually see the visuals. In fact, as we speak, the England fans have outnumbered the Indian fans for a change. There are hundreds of England fans, army fans that have turned up in Hyderabad to watch the first day of the test match, and that is somewhat surprising to me.
See, today,
Yeah,
what we gather from here, today people are not talking about the pitch. I mean, we have had enough discussions on the pitch. Now it's time for the ball to roll, and how much it spins, when it spins, will be seen subsequently. As of now, the mood is very jubilant over here. We see a lot of crowd. Usually, we don't see this for a test match in India these days.
yes, and we have a little toss update. Ben Stokes has won the toss and elected to bat first. Raja Raman, what do you make of the toss?
Yeah, this was predicted. I mean, whichever team was going to win the toss was expected to bat.
Yeah, Raja sir, what do you make of the toss?
Thank you, Gargi. I think it was the sanest decision to make under the circumstances, primarily because nobody knows what kind of a track it is. They're all expecting the track to assist spinners from the first hour, and batting fourth will be a tough ask. Now, this is England hoping that it can outbat India in the first two innings and then put India under pressure. So it's up to the England batters now to do a good job of making the most of the toss that their captain has won for them. It's a good toss to win, and I think a great decision under the circumstances.
Okay, and Shomik, England batting first. What do you think are the challenges waiting for the Indian team?
See, to start with, the advantage of winning the toss on a turning pitch is that you're batting first and you are being able to put runs on the board. So, if England can put decent runs on the board, India might be chasing the game all the time. England are effectively playing four spinners, three frontline spinners plus Joe Root, and they would be India would be batting fourth in this game. So that might work to England's advantage. But then again, they will have to put runs on the board. We have seen last year also Australia a couple of games won the toss but lost. So they need good strong partnerships up front. The first 2 hours will be very important in this test match in the sense until lunch. If England can forge a good partnership, then India might be under a little bit of pressure. So from that perspective, it's a fantastic toss to win, I would say.
Yes, and Devashish and Atreo, and Snehashish as well. We have got an update from Rohit Sharma about the bowling combination. And Rohit Sharma has said that we have got three spinners and two seamers, Bumrah and Siraj, along with Akshar, Ashwin, and Jadeja. Devashish and Atreo, first thoughts on that.
Yeah, I was mentioning this yesterday that Akshar is more likely to get the nod ahead of Kuldeep because of his good record on Indian wickets, especially on turning wickets. And he has also has a good record against England. Plus, don't discount his batting. But as Shomik said, that England has won a big toss, and their challenge begins now. It's not only about the Indian spinners, mind you. Bumrah and Siraj will be quite a handful, even if the wicket assists spin. So England's challenge is two-dimensional. One is spin, and the other is some serious pace.
Devashish.
Yeah, obviously, winning the toss and batting first, India would love to post a big total because and it is in the same ground that in 2016 70 when India scored that big innings against Bangladesh. They almost scored 700. So India would love to score bat once in this test match and rather bat out the opposition. So I think it's a very good toss to win. Obviously, and keeping in mind that they only have to tackle only one pacer in the England and Markwood. If they can initiate first session, I think the conditions will be
Okay,
perfect,
yeah.
and the conditions will be perfect for batting. So if they can bat out the first session, I think it will be brilliant for India. We can might well see a big score on day one.
Yes, and we have the Indian playing 11 as well. We have Rohit Sharma, Yashashvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, KL Rahul, Shreyas Iyer, KS Bharat, Ravindra Jadeja, Ravichandran Ashwin, Akshar Patel, Jasprit Bumrah, and Mohammad Siraj. Snehashish, first impressions of the team and the conditions that we've been looking at for the past 2 days. Is it a good squad for India?
Yeah, I think this is the most expected squad. I think all of us will approve this team. And the bowling lineup we have, I think Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Siraj will have a big role, especially in the first session of today. And then the spinners will come into game eventually. And I think Ravindra Jadeja and Akshar Patel will be the key because they will definitely spin the ball, but from the same length, some balls will go straight into the wicket, and that's the ball that's going to trouble the English batters, I think. And how the batters will manage those balls, that will define the whole total of the England batters of what they can put on the board. I think that will begin, especially the batting lineup. We are definitely going to miss Virat Kohli. We know that he has opted out. I think it's a huge test for Jaiswal and Shubman Gill, especially at number three, because Shubman Gill has been a very tough, yeah, has been in a rough situation with the batting, especially at number two, since when he has decided to go to bat at number three. So it's a huge test series for him, and hopefully in home conditions he can put up some good performances.
Shomik, your thoughts of the Indian team? You're on mute. Shomik, you're on mute.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. So as Sneha said, this is a very expected playing 11. And to start with, that KS Bharat will keep in these conditions and KL Rahul will not keep. It was our story, Red Sports story. We broke the story on January 11, and which was given the cricketing logic, it was always going to be the case that a specialist cricket keeper will be keeping. And absolutely, this should be the thing was whether you play Kuldeep Yadav or Akshar Patel in the 11. But as Atra said, I mean, he is a skiddy type of customer. Akshar Patel has his proven record against England as a bowler. His ability as a lower order batsman, he adds more balance to the side. So obviously, he has been picked over Kuldeep Yadav. But now the team has been picked. India have lost it also. To start with, they will chase the game. But then again, they will have to ride on the money from the word go to put England under pressure.
Yes, and Devashish and Atra, new people are joining us for this stream. Tell us about the pitch. What have you made of it? What is the talk around the town over there?
On the pitch, you mean, or about the match?
On the pitch, on the pitch.
Hello, on the pitch. Okay.
Yes.
See, pitch. Everybody is saying it's going to turn, and there is no doubt about it. I mean, we have seen both teams are going in with three specialist spinners each. So there is no doubt there is going to be turn. How much of turn from when, which part of the match, which session of the match, that is something we have to wait and see, because the condition has been the things were quite sunny and bright over here. It was quite hot also, so which it is expected to be dry and therefore conducive for turn. But how much of turn and when, we have no choice but to wait and see.
Raja, the other controversy in this match, except the pitch, the Indian English media is bringing up is Shoaib Bashir not getting his visa. What do you make of it? We've seen on social media that visa must be applied 7 to 8 weeks before, and Bashir's visa was applied in December, so that won't cut it. What do you make of all of this?
Uh, Gagi, before I get to the visa controversy, I must say this Indian team has taken a very defensive approach in including Akshar Patel ahead of Kuldeep Yadav. I'm a little surprised. Actually, I'm a little disappointed. You would play your best spinners, and Kuldeep Yadav is by far India's best spinner after Ashwin. Now, I would have played him. I would have liked to see him play this match, but very clearly, India is not sure about its batting, especially in Virat Kohli's absence. I think they just want to bolster the batting, and I don't think it's a great idea to play two left-arm spinners who are similar in style. Now, to get to the visa controversy, I'm sure the English Cricket Board was well aware. Especially, there have been instances in IPL where uh, players based out of England but born in Pakistan have had to apply for their visas well in advance, and ECB was aware. I think the English Cricket Board has been at fault in not applying for the visa early enough, especially for a cricketer who was born in Pakistan. They know the situation in India and Pakistan, and despite that, if the board has not applied for the visa in time, I think they can take the blame entirely.
And Snehashish, your thoughts on what Raja said, that this is not the best playing 11 for India.
Yeah, I think Rajan sir is quite right because you or don't often see two same kind of bowler in the playing 11 in any team. So it's quite surprising. But what Raja sir said is, I think it's absolutely true that when Virat Kohli is missing in the team is looking to longer the batting lineup and they are not sure. And now you have lost the toss, so you have to bat on the fourth innings. So it's going to be tough if you are getting to bat on the fourth innings. The ball will spin that time very much, and England have chosen three spinners. So I think to just have the backup of having a longer batting lineup, I think India have gone with Akshay Patel ahead of Kuldeep Yadav.
And Shomik, this is going to be an important series for the next gen of Indian cricket team. The likes of Shubman Gill, Siraj, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Iyer, and the rest of them. What are your thoughts? Take one particular player, for example, Shubman Gill. Will it be an incredibly important test series for him?
Absolutely, because he is new to the number three spot and he is replacing someone who had been a great servant of Indian cricket, Cheteshwar Pujara, over the years. So, Shubman Gill, we know he recently won the Cricketer of the Year award also, and he has been, he is a fantastic talent. He has all the shots in the book, but we are yet to see the solidity, Pujara's solidity. He is a completely different player to Pujara, mind you, and no one is asking him to be a grafter like Pujara. He will play his natural game, but he has a tendency to get out after getting in, playing loose shots, and when he is dominating the bowling. So that is one area he will have to look into. Uh, I mean, this is one series. This is a marquee series. If you do well here, I mean, this is, forget about social media or mainstream media. This will be a massive stepping stone for your career, and you will take that you will take this forward to your career in the future. So from that perspective, Shubman Gill, this is a very important series batting at number three, and I will like to see him bat long. And Gagi, if I may add just one thing about Shoaib Bashir's visa thing, if I may add, see
Of course.
that was absolutely a procedural lapse from ECB. His visa was supposed to be stamped at the Indian High Commission in London, but they sent him to Dubai in Abu Dhabi in UAE, assuming that an Indian Foreign Office in Abu Dhabi in UAE will do the needful. But that's not the case. This is the reason why we will have to return to England. We will have to return to London to get the process done. So there is no point blaming the BCCI for this or the Indian government. This was a procedural lapse from ECB.
Devashish and Athreya, a question to both of you. KS Bharat has been given somewhat of a long rope now. He hasn't impressed
Mm,
as much, but what are your thoughts
mm.
on KS Bharat as of now?
Well, Bharat kept in four test matches against Australia last year. Three of them were ranked turners, and his performance wasn't really eye-catching in those three matches. But having said that, those were not the kind of pitches to judge a wicketkeeper. I mean, the ball is turning all the time, keeping low, one going above the head. So that's a little, I mean, unkind to judge a wicketkeeper on. But since the team has invested in him, he was picked for the World Test Championship final in England. And since the team has decided to persist with him, let's see how he does. I mean, when he has since he has been picked, it's obvious that selectors and everybody else they think that he is the best possible option. He's a pretty decent batter in domestic cricket as well. So why not? I mean, let's see. I mean, how it goes. I don't see anything wrong with that.
And if I may add, means obviously, and he will have that confidence behind him. Obviously, scoring that 100 against England Lions, and we have noticed in the practice session that he has been given a long, extended session in the middle. On day before yesterday, when the Indians friend, he was the first to bat in the net. So that, assuming that, means obviously it's not just about his wicket keeping, but he in that Indian team management also relies on his batting as well. So obviously, and scoring that
Devashish,
100 must have done a world of good for his confidence going into the.
there's a
One
bit
more
of
thing
a,
if I may add about that Shoaib joining the England squad. So that was huge thing for the.
okay,
Sorry,
Raja,
can
I'm
you
going
can you
to
hear me?
Devashish, we can't
Can you
really
hear me?
hear you very well because there's a bit of network issue over there. But Raja, coming back to you, are you surprised to see England going with three spinners? And Sneha, a question to you, you too as well. When you have someone like a Jimmy Anderson sitting on the bench, are you surprised to see England going with three spinners?
I think this is about horses for the courses. Not really surprised that England has backed three spinners and Joe Root to do the job, but I would have liked them to back themselves. They've got a great bowling attack. Their pacers can do damage even on a spinning track. I always cite the example of Javgal Srinath running through the South African batting in Ahmedabad all those years ago, 1996. So on a track where the ball can do a lot of things, I think the fast bowlers can also do some damage. I don't think anybody can discount Bumrah and Siraj. The pitch is little tricky from what I understand. It might help the fast bowlers if they pitch it slightly short of length, and it might help the spinners from one end. So it's a track that most people have not been able to understand so far. We'll probably have to wait for the first ball to be bowled. But England is already conceding psychological advantage to India by playing three spinners. Their quality is not really well established. To back three spinners like that and to think that they can uh, stop India from winning matches, I think it's a tall order for them. I'm a little again disappointed with England because they've not backed their own fast bowlers who have done terrific service for them over the last so many years. And to back three spinners on tracks like this is already conceding a lot of psychological ground to India. Gargi, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry. Sneha, your thoughts, England playing with three spinners, is that surprising to you?
Yeah, personally, I was expecting to see Jimmy Anderson in the playing 11. So yesterday, when Ben Stokes announced the playing 11, I was quite surprised to not see him because I was expecting Jimmy Anderson and someone like Mark Wood or Ollie Robinson in the playing 11 along with two spinner, and I think Joe Root will definitely have a big role with the ball. But as Rajas has said, horses for courses. I think seeing the pitches and seeing the history of Indian pitches in the last few years. I think they have gone with three spinners, and but the spinners apart from Jack Leach, there are not so much experience. So that's a huge challenge for them also. But I think psychologically that will mind game also against India because sometimes a batting lineup of India will think we can really attack these three spinners and score big runs. But in a turning pitch, when you go for attack, sometimes it goes boomerang for you also. So it's an interesting take to see England taking three spinners in the playing 11. But I was quite surprised not to see Jimmy Anderson because some experience always matters, and whatever he has done for the team over the years, I think in this kind of pitches also he can give you one or two wickets, especially in the first few overs.
Gargi, also, I think England is banking on India's not so great performance against spin bowling. Traditionally, India is supposed to be great against spin bowling,
Yeah.
India's batters, but many of the younger elements have not played high quality spin bowling. So England is probably banking on India's batting failing against quality spin bowling.
Yes, and Debashish and Atreo, before we leave, final thoughts on what you're looking forward to in the first day of the test match.
Yeah, Sharji, obviously, it will be a huge moment for Mohammad Siraj, the local boy. He will be playing his first test match at home. And there are quite a few fans, local fans who will be rooting for Siraj. He has done well for India. Test matches, and it's going to be a huge responsibility now that Shami is not there. So the new ball with Bumrah and Siraj will have to utilize the conditions. Obviously, whatever the help will be, I think it will be the initial first session. Obviously, India needs to make early inroads. Obviously, Jack Crawley does not have a great record as in the last series. He has only averaged around 7 or 8. So I think he has only 67 runs in 4 test matches last time in England were here in India. So I think if India can make early inroads, obviously, and if they can get Joe Root in that first session, then it will be a huge advantage for India going into this test match.
See, I think although England are batting first over here, which is a sort of an advantage, but given their collective experience and collective record in India, this England batting lineup does not ooze a lot of confidence. Other than Joe Root, very few of them have any decent sort of runs on Indian soil. So and they are up against a very strong Indian attack, which is not only about spin, mind you. We keep saying this. Bumrah and Siraj are going to be a handful. So England's challenge will be to protect wickets and definitely to bat out the first day. So that's what I am looking at. How England's batters cope against this very formidable Indian attack.
Yes, and I think that's it from us for this conversation. But like Debashish said, it's going to be an extremely special and important match for Mohammad Siraj, the local boy. And Debashish went and talked to Mohammad Siraj, Siraj's younger coach, who coached him at the early days of Mohammad Siraj's career. And take a look at this.
India is all set to play their first test match against England tomorrow. All eyes will be on local boy Mohammad Siraj. Yes, Mohammad Siraj, the rise of Siraj has been phenomenal. Means playing tennis ball cricket to spearheading the Indian fast bowling attack. It is a story of determination, hard work and dedication. So take a look, because we had spoken to his coach, his first childhood coach, Mahmood Ahmed. Take a look at this video. It will be a special occasion for Mohammad Siraj when he steps into the Rajiv Gandhi International Stadium for the first test against England on Thursday, as it will mark his first game in the longer format at his home ground. Siraj's journey from playing tennis ball cricket in his early days to becoming a cornerstone of India's fast bowling attack is nothing short of inspiring. The 29-year-old's cricketing roots traces back to the grounds around city's iconic landmark Charminar, where he honed his skills in tennis ball cricket. It was during these formative years that he caught the eye of Mahmood Ahmed, his first coach, while participating in tennis ball tournaments organized by the Charminar Cricket Club, affiliated with the Hyderabad Cricket Association. Mahmood, reflecting those early days, reminisces about the time spent nurturing young Siraj. The transition from tennis ball to leather ball competitions marked a pivotal moment in Siraj's journey. A crucial turning point occurred when former India bowling coach Bharat Arun paved the way for Siraj to join the Hyderabad senior team. Siraj's relentless hard work and dedication have propelled him from tennis ball cricket to the international stage, where he now stands as a testament to determination and skill. Ahmed recalls Siraj's early days as a cricketer, steaming in with the tennis ball in his hand in the local grounds, steaming in with a tennis ball. Ahmed recalls Siraj's early days in this chat with Rep Sports.
महमूद भाई कैसा शुरू हुआ सिराज का
साहब
सफर?
मैं मेरा नाम मोहम्मद महबूब अहमद है और चारमीनार क्रिकेट क्लब का मैं सेक्रेटरी हूँ। मेरा एक क्लब है साहब, हैदराबाद क्रिकेट एसोसिएशन में एफिलेटेड है। और वो क्लब जो है ना साहब, वो क्लब के खेलने के लिए एक वेजिटेबल वेंडर था मेरे पास में, जो है ना उसका रिलेशन था। वो लड़का आके मेरे को मिलाया कि जो है ना सिराज बहुत अच्छा बॉलिंग करता है, आप उसका एक बार बॉलिंग देखने के लिए बोले। तो मैं जो है ना उसका बॉलिंग बहुत टाइम बोलने के बाद में, बहुत इंसिस्ट करने के बाद में वो बच्चे को जो है ना मैं बॉलिंग देखने के लिए मैच में गया। वो विजयानंद गार्डन में था, जो प्लेयर नंबर 282 के पास है, अतापुर रिंग रोड। तो वो ग्राउंड पे जो है ना सिराज ने जो बॉलिंग डाला, बहुत स्लिम था बच्चा था, हाइट टॉल बच्चा था, बहुत अच्छा लड़का था। तो मैं इसके बॉलिंग में जो है ना बहुत खुश हुआ कि जो है ना ऐसा बच्चा भी जो है ना बॉलिंग में है। तो मैं मेरे क्लब में जो है ना उसको सपोर्ट करा। मैं मेरे क्लब में जो है उसका कार्ड बना के खिला उसको मैचेस के लिए मैं जो है ना उसको चांस दिया। तो पहले ही मैच में जो है ना सिराज 5 विकेट निकाला वो मेरे से, मतलब वो मेरी टीम के लिए। तो मेरे को बहुत बेनिफिट हुआ, टीम को बेनिफिट हुआ, सिराज को बेनिफिट हुआ। तो उसकी वैसा ही जो है ना उसका कारवां बढ़ते गया, उसका जो है ना सफ़र बढ़ते गया। और मेरे को लगा कि जो है ना एक मैच में जब जो है 5 विकेट लेने के बाद में मेरे को लगा कि बहुत ये ऊंची उड़ान का लड़का है, मेरे को महसूस हुआ।
उसका कितने साल होगा तब?
जब साहब वो 19 क्रॉस हो गया था उसका।
अच्छा।
अब 19 ईयर्स में ही था, 19 क्रॉस हो गया था। जब उसको जो है 19 जब क्रॉस हो गया तो फिर मेरे को जो है ना जब वो टाइम पे जो है ना प्रेसिडेंट अरशद अयूब साहब थे और सेक्रेटरी के जान मनोज थे। तो उन लोगों से मैं बात किया, अरशद भाई से बात किया और के जान मनोज से बात किया कि बच्चे का इतना अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस है, नियर अबाउट 40 विकेट्स है, आप इसको क्यों, बच्चे का जो है ना क्यों इग्नोर कर रहे हैं इसको। तो उन्होंने जो है ना सेलेक्टर को बोले थे, सेलेक्टर में ये बच्चे के परफॉर्मेंस चेक करने के बाद में फिर इसको टीम में शामिल किए, हैदराबाद अंडर-23 टीम में। वो टीम जो है ना जब वो टाइम पे दिल्ली में जो है ना मैचेस खेलने के लिए गए थे। तो वो टाइम पे जो है ना 46 नियर अबाउट विकेट लिया था सिराज। तो उसी के बाद में फिर जो है ना हमारी आशा बढ़ते गई कि हम लोग जो है ना फिर रणजी ट्रॉफी में ट्राई करें। तो रणजी ट्रॉफी में भी जो है ना
उसका लाल बॉल से खेलना कब से शुरू हुआ?
साहब उसका लाल बॉल से खेलने का जो है ना साहब हमारे पास में आने के बाद ही हुआ साहब उसका। उससे पहले जो है ना वो टेनिस बॉल से खेलता था। फिर वो कभी कोई मैच में जो है ना एक आध मैच जो है ना प्रैक्टिस मैच में जो है ना ग्लेस बॉल से खेल लेता था। मगर हमारे पास आने के बाद में सही बेसिक क्रिकेट उसके पास में जो है ना लाल बॉल से स्टार्ट हुई, ग्लेस बॉल से, लेदर बॉल से स्टार्ट हुई। तो सिराज जो है ना जब 46 विकेट जब लिया 23 में, तो उसके बाद में जो है ना साहब रणजी ट्रॉफी में उसका सफ़र आसान हो गया। रणजी ट्रॉफी में जो है ना सेलेक्ट किए, फिर वो एक साल में जो है ना विकेट ने, फिर नेक्स्ट ईयर में जो है ना कंटिन्यू वहाँ से जो अपग्रेड हो गया। तो जब वो टाइम पे भरत अरुण साहब थे, उसको और मॉडिफाई किए, उसको बहुत करेक्शन किए। फिर जैसा भरत अरुण साहब के जैसा करे, उसके बाद में फिर विराट कोहली साहब उसको जो है ना सपोर्ट किए। और मेरे को लगता है कि जो है ना विराट कोहली का बहुत सपोर्ट है उसको।
महमूद भाई, ऑब्वियसली टेनिस बॉल क्रिकेट में खेलना और उधर से जिस तरह से उसका जो जर्नी रहा, अभी वो पहला टेस्ट मैच खेलने जा रहा है होम ग्राउंड में, क्योंकि ये उनका कल से जो इंग्लैंड के साथ टेस्ट मैच होगा, ये उनका पहला टेस्ट मैच होगा उनका होम ग्राउंड में। तो क्या कहना चाहेंगे कि जिस तरह से उसने उभर के आए?
साहब मेरे लिए बड़ी खुशी की बात है कि जो है ना जो हमारा हैदराबाद का लोकल बच्चा मोहम्मद सिराज जो है ना कि जो है ना वो हैदराबाद में पहला मैच अपना जो है ना खेल रहा है, और काफ़ी खुशी की बात है। और ये हम सपने में भी नहीं सोचे थे कि जो है ना एक बच्चा मेरे टीम से जो है ना वो निकल कर वो उतने बड़े मुकाम तक जाएगा।